synergy in the backcourt with Anfernee so far?
It's been great. It's been great. Obviously, that was our first game together, but his first game with the Boston Celtics. So it's just a growing process and just get better and better each game.
How much did you know about his game before he got here, and what are you starting to learn now?
I knew a lot about it because he was drafted by Portland when I was still in college. So we used to play open gyms together and back at home, from my home. So I knew he's a great scorer, can really shoot it. Definitely a very explosive athlete. So he'll definitely help us a lot.
What kind of memories do you have from those runs back then with him?
That exactly. That he was a good scorer and really explosive. So hard to stop.
What's it like playing off of his spacing? Like you guys space the floor in a similar way in terms of you can shoot really deep. You were doing that a lot at the start of that Raptors game. Like, what's that process been like learning how to play off of that?
I mean, you just, like I said, it's just first game, so you just like learning where people like it, how can we help each other, and that kind of stuff like that. But like he's a great player, and he'll figure it out, and we'll all figure it out, and like how are we gonna benefit from each other.
Xavier mentioned you guys were going at it in practice a lot, like you guys were on opposite teams. What was it like competing against him in this type of setting?
I just enjoyed competing against anybody, so it's always a pleasure.
What did you see in that first game that you watched?
Me personally, I missed a lot of easy layups, a little rusty. You know, it's the first game. Maybe my explosion wasn't where I wanted it to be as far as like, you know, just off the dribble, getting to spots. And some shots I was a little off balance. So I had probably at least one turnover that I wish back, and then defense intensity, I got to be a little bit better to start the game. So a lot of areas to improve, and we'll go from there.
We know you don't like taking games off. Were you resistant to sitting in the first preseason game, or?
I didn't really like. It wasn't my choice necessarily, Tommy. But I guess I've reached that status. I don't know. That's crazy to say, but yeah, it would have been nice to get a game under me, but it's all right. It's only preseason.
As a group in that starting five, want to get on the floor and spend some time together?
Yeah, the next two games, for sure. We'll definitely all be out there together.
What are going to be the goals and like what's the emphasis?
Just our defensive intensity, how we want to play, our pace, stuff like that. You know, obviously you want to win preseason games, but that's not like, you know, right now we're trying to build the habits and like of what's going to take to win at this level. So these preseason games, if we go through a little bit of rough patches, like that's okay. Like we're trying to grow. So trying new things, trying to build.
What are the challenges to sustaining that pace before games begin?
Having a lot of depth and people being ready to come in and play and give it your all.
Anticipate the way defense is going to attack you this year, where there might be more tension. Did you already start to see that in that first Raptors game?
I mean, the ball pressure, but also the Raptors, the guys that were guarding me are known for ball pressure anyway, so I kind of am used to them playing like that. But I feel like I'll get a bunch of different looks. Good thing is I'll be playing with unbelievable players like JB and D. White and them and Sam, so it'll be hard to throw a double team or pressure all game. But yeah, I'm sure I'll see different looks, maybe blitz off pick and roll sometimes, stuff like that.
Payton, Josh mentioned that you guys are there's more of an emphasis on like helping on defense, like running around, trying to help each other. When you're gauging, you know, whether or not to take a risk or not, like what are you looking at and like what's going through your head?
I think it's got to do with what's on the shot clock, what player are you guarding, just having a high IQ of like the situation, what's the risk reward on it. So we definitely want to take more risk and like be more aggressive defensively. So it's this is the preseason to like learn that and like trying to build those habits of like what's the right time, what's the wrong time.
Xavier mentioned that Joe really doesn't go a day without talking about fighting.
Really?
How does he use that to inspire you guys or deliver messages?
I just think Joe just wants to be like, you know, tough-minded, you know, mentally, like be strong, like act like you're going to war, like you're about to go into a fight. Like if you're about to go into a fight, you're never gonna be like, you know, back down or anything. It's kind of like balls to the wall. Like you're just like ready for anything, and this is a warrior mentality.
Has he ever invited you to do one of his sessions with him?
Nah. I mean, I would do it. I've done boxing and stuff before, so. But I prefer more of a golf on my free time.
On another off-court note, what's your review of Derek as a podcast host?
D. White's great. He's great. I heard they did good numbers with our podcast the other day, so might have to jump back on eventually.
You wanted to play fast for a long time. You've talked about it for a long
Well, certain players we had, and we were winning. So, JT wants the ball at the top. JT's a top 5 player, so you might as well give him the ball and let him work. So, we don't have him at the beginning of this year, so we got to go to what benefits our team the most. But, it's just different. Like, when you got a guy like JT, you got KP, you can throw it to on the elbow and score. Like, you weren't going to change things up when you're winning a championship. So, I think the NBA sometimes can be a copycat league, but, like, you got to go with what really works for your team, and it's going to help you win on every given night. So.